Welcome to Real Talk Realtors, the podcast where we dive deep into the world of real estate with a mission to empower and educate realtors like you to build thriving businesses rooted in integrity and community. I'm Laura.
And I'm Amanda. We are two seasoned real estate agents in the Dallas-Fort Worth market. Together, we are dedicated to elevating the real estate industry, making a real positive impact on our communities. Get ready for candid discussions, expert interviews, and a healthy dose of inspiration.
Hey, Amanda.
Hey, Laura.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Super excited for the eclipse that's going to happen today.
Yes.
By the time you guys listen to this, it will have come and gone. And I'm sure it'll be as magical as we all anticipate. But I am excited. The kids are home from school today. So we're actually going to go over to the church and get on the roof.
That's so fun.
Watch it. So with
that
the
is
staff
so
there.
fun.
So,
yeah, I'm interested to see how traffic will actually be because I've heard like people were saying, avoid 35, like don't get on the highway.
Mm-hmm. They said that like 3 million people are supposed to come into the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
That's crazy
to view. But I had no idea until we were talking in the group chat the other day that not everybody can see the eclipse, which makes sense.
Yes.
Because we're all in, like, over the United States, you'd be at like a different angle. So of course it wouldn't be a total.
Yes.
But apparently like there's a small area that can actually see the total eclipse.
Yeah, we should feel very special.
We are very excited here in Fort Worth to see that. Yes. But I'm even more excited about today's topic.
Yes.
We are going to talk about something that is very important to us at Martin Realty. It is something that all of our agents do
regularly.
Yes. Yep. And it's something that our brokerage actually does regularly.
Yes.
And that is events.
It's one of my favorite things to do, being in real estate.
Yes. And there are tons of different ways to do events. There's a ton of different ways to host them, people to host them for, ways to do it. So we're going to cover a lot of that today.
Yes.
We will cover how to plan an event. What should your thought process be? Budget. I mean, the whole thing from start to finish.
Yes.
How do we do this?
Yeah.
And it's something that we do all the time. So I feel like we have some good information to share with everybody
I'm ready.
today. Do you want to kick us off with number one?
Sure. So number one thing that you want to do when you're planning an event is to set clear objectives. What do you want to get out of this event? Are you wanting to, build relationships? Are you wanting to generate referrals? What are you wanting to get out of the event? Are you trying to break into a neighborhood and get to know more neighbors? Just really kind of think through the goal of the event.
Yeah. So some different things that I can think of. I've had an event before where I just wanted a reason to reach out to my database, my A's and A pluses. Mm-hmm. So I tried to really think of what would be a win? What would make this event a win for me? And this particular event, I wanted to actually talk to 35 people from my database.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times it can be intimidating to call someone because you don't have a reason to.
Right. And you don't want to sound salesy. So this is a really good opportunity to call your people, call your sphere, mm-hmm. and just reach out and have a touch point that's not salesy.
Yep.
You're not asking for anything.
Yep.
You're inviting them to something.
Yeah.
So
something that's really fun. They want to hear from you. It's just a really good reason to call. So my last event, my goals were I want to reach out to 35 people and actually talk to that many people. I wanted at least 15 different families to show up to my event. And then I had a goal also to receive 1 to 2 referrals prior to the event. Now, sitting down, thinking through that and writing out those objectives was very important because it helped me plan my event.
It really does. And it helps you stay on task and kind of remember your why you're doing this, mm-hmm. and keeps you on track.
Yeah. So first and foremost, most important thing is going to be to sit down and really think, why do you want to do this party? Why do you want to do this event? What is so important about it? And what things can happen to make it a win and make it worth your time and worth the time of your guests. So.
Yes. Yeah. Because let's be honest, planning an event is scary because you're thinking, okay, well, what if nobody shows up?
Yes.
You know, that's like
What if
the
they think it's
scariest
lame?
thought. Yes.
What if they don't have a good time?
All the things. So it's very, very intimidating.
Yeah.
But once you decide to do it, just do it. Keep going through, push through those negative thoughts in your head, because your brain is gonna come up with some negative thoughts that's gonna say, this is stupid, or that's another reason I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Or
it's another reason it's so important to
what
have
if nobody comes?
Have the goals actually written out and lined out, because like you said, when you start having those thoughts, you just go back to your goals, go back to your written objectives,
right,
and go, this is why I'm doing this, and just push forward.
So. And ultimately, the whole point of doing an event is to stay on top of mind for your people, you know. So, and even if you have a small turnout, even if you have, you know, nobody show up, you're still doing the things, you're still making those contacts, which that is the most important thing.
Yes, it is. Yep. People showing up is actually not the most important part of hosting an event, which seems crazy, but that's a very good point.
Yeah.
Number 2 is going to be to sit down and take those goals, those objectives, and really summarize what type of event you're wanting to host. And so we want written down, you know, we keep saying, sit down, write it down. You want to write these things on paper. So have your goals up top, and then right underneath it, let's go ahead and summarize our event. What do you want it to look like from start to finish? And you will use those objectives to write out your summary. So some examples might be, was your objective that you are trying to farm your neighborhood and you really want to meet more people and have a reason to contact them? Maybe we want a neighborhood block party.
Yes.
So if I'm thinking through my neighborhood block party, what day will it be?
Yep.
Who am I inviting? How am I inviting them? What will we do at this neighborhood block party? What street is it going to be on? What do I need to do to block off that street or reserve our community? What is that?
Amenity center.
Thank you. I went blank. Just think through the party from start to finish and all of the steps in between, and just really summarize that in one good paragraph.
Yes.
And that will kind of keep you aligned in all the other things that we'll talk about here in a minute. What's another example?
Another example, so besides meeting new people, you want to show appreciation to your best clients, your clients who send you referrals, your clients who have used you. And so it's just a way to thank them for referring you and for using you and thinking of you. Yeah. And so those can be a little bit more intimate events. You could do adults only. You could do pizza party, a little wine night, you know, at a local little wine shop. Those are some great little smaller, intimate things that you can do for your top of the line clients.
Yeah. So, farming a neighborhood, thanking the people that have already worked with you or sent you referrals, and also if you're wanting to expand your database and just reach more people in the community, maybe pick a group of people. So like maybe my daughter's school, I want to reach the teachers.
Yes.
Well, Teacher Appreciation Week is coming up this month. Maybe I think through something to do up at the school to appreciate the teachers. So those are all different examples of different kinds of events.
Yes.
We're looking at what was our goal. If my goal was to expand my database, now whenever I'm thinking through this event, I can go, how can I expand my database? I can reach teachers. I can do a teacher appreciation event and then summarize what that looks like from start to finish.
Yeah, so kind of think about who's your niche, what is your ideal client, and what kind of event would they want to come to.
Yeah, for sure. All right, number 3.
Okay, budgeting. This is so very important because you need to budget your finances well. And so you want to be able to track your ROI and, you know, make sure that the work that you're doing, the money that you're spending, putting into your business is actually doing something.
Yeah.
So it's really important that you set a good budget.
Very important. So with that budget, what you're going to do is, again, sit down and actually write it out. Take your summary and think of it from start to finish. Where am I spending money on this event? So let's say you're doing a pizza party for your A and A plus clients. You want to show them some appreciation for sending you referrals. Well, let's sit down and go, okay, my goal was to have 15 families there. If I have 15 families, I'm probably going to need about 25 pizzas.
Yes.
So I'm going to look up the pizza place. How much is a pizza? It's $15. Great. 25 times 15 is $375 for pizza. Line item, pizzas. $375. And you're going to think through the entire event, line by line, how much will that cost? So I'm going to need plates. People are going to need napkins. We're going to need drinks.
All the details.
Desserts. We're going to need decorations. Maybe we're doing a giveaway and I want to give something away. I'm going to, what do I want to spend on that giveaway item? And you're just thinking from start to finish, where am I going to have to spend money? Even down to invitations.
Yes.
Even the evites now cost money.
Yeah.
To send those out to us.
Nothing is free anymore.
To a certain amount of people. So just make sure you actually budget out every item. You don't want any surprises along the way. You don't want to be halfway through planning the event and inviting people and then realize you don't have money to finish that out. So
not a good plan.
Yes. Anything else on the budget that we can touch on?
Well, kind of along with the budget, to help kind of ease that, you can always go into sponsorships and kind of going in with some community members or businesses and getting sponsors to help pay for some of the things.
For sure. And having everything lined out, it's easier to express to them what you might need help with, because they'll ask. Yeah, great. I'd love to sponsor. What do you need help with? And if you don't have all this planned out and lined out, you're going to be like, I don't know, just send me some money. And they don't like that. So
no, you need to be like, can you sponsor, the
drinks,
the desserts, can you buy the pizza, or can you, do gift card giveaways?
This is how much I have budgeted for that item. We need 25 pizzas. It's going to be about $375. Would you be able to sponsor that? Like, you need to be very specific in your request. So that's another reason to really budget that out. Okay. Number 4.
Okay, so venue selection. So this is going to be important. This is going to be part of your budget. Where are you going to host the event? So some great options, obviously in your neighborhood, it could be the amenity center in front of your house, it could be a really great option would be lots of title companies and your lenders who have brick and mortar offices have big rooms, conference rooms that you can use for free. Yeah. So why not utilize it? If you don't have a brick and mortar office, that is a great option. Yeah. Or
a local park.
Yeah, local park is always a good option. Even if you're hosting it at, a little wine shop, that's a great option. Or a little bakery, kind of some of these smaller mom and pop venues who they want business too. And so by hosting a small event at their place of office, you're bringing in business to them too.
Yeah, so a lot of times they'll let you use their space for free if there's some sort of benefit to them.
Minimum order.
Yeah, like you said, if you're doing like a local winery and you're paying for, 20 people to come in.
2 glasses of wine each or something,
with a ticket system or something like that. Yeah. And they're like, hey, come on in, use our event center for free, and you guys pay for the wine.
It gives them exposure.
So. For sure. So really think through on your venue selection too. Where are the majority of the people that you're inviting coming from? And let's try to keep it local. Here in Fort Worth, most of my clients are located in the Fort Worth area. I wouldn't want to do an event in Dallas. A lot of people aren't going to
Nobody's going to drive that far.
All the way up there. Even if it's the coolest event space you've ever seen, we're not fighting the DFW traffic.
No. Nobody wants to go to Dallas.
Over there. So keep it local. Keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Yeah. That'd be my biggest.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Convenience.
Yes. So number 5 is personalization. You want to keep this super personal. You want it to really show a lot of your personality, who you are, who your brokerage is, and just let a lot of that shine through. So like if this is a client appreciation event, make sure that people understand why you are inviting them.
Absolutely. So this is so important.
Yeah, this is my biggest, this would be my number 1. If you don't remember anything else from this entire podcast, listen to this. This is it. If you're doing a client appreciation event, you need to be sure that your people understand why they're being invited to that event.
It's exclusive.
And so the last one that I did was a pizza party, and I made sure that my clients knew whenever I invited them, I told them 3 to 4 times each, hey, this is an exclusive event. I am not inviting everybody on Facebook. I'm not inviting even my entire database. I am only inviting the people that have used me in the past or have sent me a referral. The people, like, I really appreciate the way that you have come along and supported me in my business. It means the world to me and my family, and I just want to be sure that you understand how much I appreciate you. And so sometimes whenever you frame it that way and you let them know, two things. Number one, they're more likely to come.
Yep.
Because they know it's made for them. And number two, they're more likely to continue referring you and using you in the future because they understand how important it is to you.
Yes.
And how important it is to your family. People don't just do things to do them a lot of times. Sometimes you have to let them know.
People want to help you.
Yes, they want to be helpful. They want to know how important it is to you and what it means to you. So don't be afraid to express that to them. Don't be afraid to outright say it to them. So that's the personal touch on the client appreciation is the ask. And making sure you're being very specific in that ask. What's another personalized?
Yeah, and so ways you can do that is by video, sending a personalized video. Hey, so-and-so, this is Amanda. I'm so looking forward to seeing you, at my event. Can't wait to see you.
Yep.
Just something quick, a reminder. You're personalizing it. You're saying their name. So it's a lot different than just shooting out an invite to everybody.
Blanket text.
Yes.
Copy paste.
Yeah. And I like what you said about, doing it several times because life is busy and sometimes I don't put things in my calendar. And so especially an event that I may or may not go to. And so giving them those 3 or 4 options, reminding them and, at the last minute, the week of, sending a quick reminder is really important because you kind of stay top of mind. And so then it's like, oh, shoot, yes, I forgot about that. I'll be there, type thing.
Yeah. And again, we're going to go back to sitting down and writing these things out. So on our event plan that I know you guys are sitting down and writing out, you had your
kind of like a timeline.
Yeah. You have your goals at the top. You had your summary of the event. You had your budget. And now we're writing out your personalized invitation schedule, right? So for me, I sent a video first. I took a video and texted it out to each individual person. And then I made an event online, an evite. It's like a personalized invitation that went out to each of them where they could RSVP. I did a phone call. And so I actually personally called them and made sure, hey, did you get the invitation in your email? What are you guys thinking? Do you have any questions? And then I did a reminder text. Hey, don't forget tomorrow's last day to RSVP. So I had 4 times that I invited them to the event. And I think they do appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because they do forget.
Yeah, because I know, one text message can get lost or an email can get lost. So if you're touching on all the different kind of platforms, then it's more likely that you will have them actually show up.
Yeah. Some other things you could do to invite. So video, you could do a phone call, you can do a text, you can do the evite. You could create a specialized pop by for your events.
Yes, that's always fun.
So if you're going to do a pizza party, you could do like a pizza cutter.
Yes.
With like an event tag with the invitation on it and take it by their house and drop it off, something like that. So you could do a fun pop by. Email, send them a fun email reminder. Any other fun invitation things you can think of?
I really like the pop-by event, or even just mailing an invitation in the mail, a hard invitation, because that's something then they can put, on their fridge or just something that is a physical reminder.
It might stay after the event, and then a lot of times people don't clear off their fridge. Yeah. I'm one of those people for a while. For like stuff all over it. So maybe they'll see it every day. And they get you every day.
Yes.
I love that. I should have done mailed invitations. Yeah. That would have been cool.
Okay. Next up is entertainment and activities. What are you going to do during your event to keep people engaged and busy? And who's going to be there? If there's going to be kids, what are you going to do to keep them entertained and busy? So some really good things to kind of think about.
Yeah. What kind of kid activities can you do at your event? So again, back to my pizza event, I printed off a ton of coloring sheets.
And I love the coloring sheets because you can brand them. You can kind of design them yourself. They're so easy. Yes.
And so I did, I bought a ton of crayons on Amazon. I printed off my own coloring sheets and like activity sheets. And I had a table with that, and it actually kept a majority of the kids entertained.
It does. It really keeps them busy.
Yeah. So really think through your guest list. If it's an adults only party, what kind of things will they do whenever they show up? Do you want to do like an icebreaker type thing so that people can get to know each other? Do you want to just let them mingle and talk? Do you want to play a slideshow, or like what's going to happen when people show up?
Yeah.
And really think through that.
Yeah, and you can kind of have things for them to do too, like, even like a guessing game, like if kind of a jar full of something that's kind of theme related to your event.
Okay. So my last event, I actually did for the giveaway, instead of just like, hey, write your name down and be entered to win, I did trivia questions.
Oh, that's fun.
And it was so fun. They were all home related. I actually have them right here because they still haven't put them away. So for the kids, I did a jar of M&Ms and let them guess how many M&Ms were in the jar. So that was fun for them. So I did one for the kids. And then I did 3.
Did you count out all the M&Ms?
My kids did. I made them wear gloves. They were like dying to do it. So they did count them all out. I did not. Anyways, and so one of the trivia questions was, how many Post-it notes can you fit in an acre? And so it was all very like house related. One was the average square footage of a home in like 1940 was this. What is it today?
Okay.
Like stuff like that. And so they all actually had a lot of fun.
That is so fun.
Kind of standing around and talking about it and taking guesses and writing them down. And then after the event, for part of my follow-up, which we'll talk about in a minute, I did a video talking about the highest guess was this, the lowest guess was this was the answer, and this is who got closest.
That's so fun.
People were really excited to see that video, just kind of see like where they landed.
Yes.
So, anyway.
And everybody's learning new things.
Yeah. So that was a lot of fun. Okay, number 7, brand visibility. So we really want to think through kind of pulling everything together in your event and bringing your business into it for sure. So if you're outside doing like a neighborhood event, maybe you have like a branded tent that has your company's name on it. So Martin Realty Group, and set up a table underneath it. If like my trivia things could have my branding on them, on the questions, or the, like you said, the kids coloring sheets.
Yes, you can put
have
your logo on
information
it.
on them. Wear a name tag so that like you want people to remember
your face.
Yes, but you want them to remember at the event, like, this is a business event. Like, this is a business that I'm running. The reason that I'm doing this is to further my business. Yes, it's to appreciate you and to have fun, but also it's a business.
Yeah.
And so be sure to bring that back into it at the event. Find different ways to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. So next up, we have follow-up and post-event engagement. This is going to be another kind of crucial part of why you have an event.
Yes. Yeah, so on the follow-up, I would say there's 3 different people that you're going to follow up with. The first one, of course, is going to be everybody that attended the event. Yep. You are going to give them a thank you. You want to thank them for coming, whether that is with a handwritten note or a text message or a phone call. Hey, I had so much fun. Thank you again. This is another way to remind them again. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you really felt appreciated.
Yeah, you matter to me.
Yeah, you matter to me. The second person you're going to follow up with are the people that RSVP'd but didn't show.
Yes.
Handwritten note. Hey, we missed you at the event. We had a lot of fun, but you were missed, that kind of thing. Hope you can come to the next one. Since we didn't get to connect at the event, can we have coffee?
I love that extra little
something like that.
Trying to get together with them one-on-one.
Yes. And then the third group of people are the people that did not RSVP and did not show but were invited. Hey, again, kind of the same script. We missed you. We had a lot of fun. Since I didn't get to see you, can we schedule a coffee or a lunch and just do that personalized little follow-up with them? So it gives you another reason to reach out to every person.
Absolutely. I love that.
And then another thing on the follow-up, one of my favorite things, I haven't done this yet, but I saw somebody else say that they do it, and I thought it was just such a good idea. At their event, they had a professional photographer come.
Yes.
And take pictures of the family. So like a photo booth set up. You got like a professional picture with your family. Then they had them printed and framed and used it as a pop-by.
I love that. That is such a great idea.
So this was their follow-up. They showed up to their house with the framed photo and said, I had so much fun with you. Thank you so much for coming. Here's your photo from the event. Hope to see you at the next one.
Yes. So it's something then that they can, kind of have in their house, and just a reminder of who you are, and, reminding them to keep you top of mind.
Yeah. Could even do a branded photo frame if you wanted. I don't know if that would be cheesy. Probably just do a regular frame, but
yeah,
I guess the picture would be enough to remind them of you. Every time they saw it, they'd think of your event.
Yeah.
But either way.
Great ideas.
Number 9, partnering with local businesses. We talked about this a little bit earlier. But there are a lot of benefits to collaborating with local businesses. So really think through that when you're planning your event. Are there any little touches throughout where you can pull in a local business? Mm-hmm. So like I have a friend that does cookies. She has like a home-based cookie business, like the sugar cookies where they decorate them. Could I ask her to make the dessert for the event? You see people, your friends post to Instagram and Facebook and stuff all the time about their local businesses.
Yes.
Are you going to do like a, what's like goodie bag that kids take away from parties? Is it just a goodie bag? Okay. Mm-hmm. Are you going to do like a goodie bag for people to take? Do you have like a local business that has like maybe an Etsy shop or something where they make little somethings that you could,
just a little something, a little token to take away?
Yeah. I mean, can you incorporate your friends and family into your event that maybe have a special skill where they can help? Do you know a photographer that could be your professional photographer for that pop by? Like, think local. Try to think small. Anything to add on the local businesses?
One thing too would be kind of depending on the event itself, but if you're hosting it somewhere local at a wine shop, or you're doing a happy hour or something, maybe see if you could talk to some of those businesses and get coupons and put some coupons in those goodie bags. Yeah. So you're helping kind of get people back into the business also later, so
I love that.
Yeah,
that's a good idea. I had something while you were talking. And then I lost
when
it.
That happens.
Okay, we'll just move on. What's number 10?
Okay, so the last thing that is super important, so you've done all the things. You've hosted your event, you've followed up. Now it's time to track and measure your success. Mm-hmm. So really kind of think through your whole process, your budget, how the event went. Like, what kind of things would you change? What would you do differently to make your next event more successful? Yeah. And kind of just realize, okay, did I really, if you had nobody show up, did I really reach out to them 4 or 5 times? Did I call them? Did I email them? Did I send them a video message? Did I text them the day before to send a reminder? Did you do those things that you were supposed to do in order to have a successful event?
Yeah, that's really good. Did you hit your goals?
Yes.
So you set goals at the beginning. You wanted to reach out to so many people. Maybe you wanted referrals. Maybe you wanted to add 50 people to your database. Whatever your goal was, did you hit that? That's an easy measurable that you should be able to look at. What can you do better next time? And then did you write out your process like we've been talking this whole time?
Yeah, because this is going to make it easier next time you're planning an event. You already have your outline and you can just kind of change it, or you can repeat that event for next year.
Yep. So I have a written out event planning document, and it has my summary at the top. It's got my budget. It's got the goals, and then it has lined out step by step how I'm inviting people.
Yep.
And then below that, step by step, what are my action steps that I need to take in order to plan this event? And so it's a really great way to not miss steps the next time, and I can plan it pretty quickly.
It's a time saver. You don't have to repeat the whole process and come up with it all again. You already have it written down.
Also, having this written out event plan and writing one out for every event is actually very useful when asking for sponsors, because they love knowing that you have a plan, that you know what you're doing, that this is not going to be a waste of their money.
Absolutely.
And so being able to give them your written out plan and say, hey, this is the event that I'm planning. Here's my goals. Here's what I'm going to do to make sure that it's a success. And then this is the budget, like all the things. They can look at it and go, wow, this is impressive. I'd be happy to give you $200 towards pizza.
Absolutely.
Or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So you're more likely to not only be successful, but hopefully spend less money doing it by getting some sponsorships and things in there. So.
I'm excited. How about if you go follow our Instagram page, we will post several ideas, event ideas. So be sure to go follow our Instagram page and we'll post, we'll
event
come up with
ideas,
event ideas to post.
Different groups of people that you might want to target.
Yes.
And honestly, if you want my event plan lined out, line by line, email me. I'll send it to you.
Absolutely,
and you can just rip and duplicate it. I have no problem with that. So,
absolutely.
Cool. Well, this was great. I hope that you guys found it super helpful. I hope you have ideas brewing on what your next event's going to be and what type of people you want to...
I have a question. Okay. How often should you be planning events?
That is a great question. So our brokerage does 4 a year. So they do 1 per quarter. And the cool thing about our brokerage is our broker actually plans and pays for these events, and we're allowed to invite whoever we want to them. So we really use these as like community events to grow our databases and lead generate, but also to show appreciation to our current clients.
Yes.
So they do them once a quarter. For my personal events, I do two a year.
Yep.
So once about every 6 months.
Yeah.
I do something. What about you? Is that
very similar? Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, all right. If you guys have questions as well, drop them in the comments or send us an email. If you want a copy of that event plan, email us. We'll send it to you. We'll have some cool stuff on the gram.
Yeah. Be sure to subscribe.
Yeah. Like and subscribe. All right. See you guys next time.
Bye.